guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are finally filming my jewelry collection. Now, this video has been the most requested one since I've started my YouTube channel a few months ago. I haven't filmed it yet until today because mainly I didn't know how to make the video without it being like 2 hours long, because I have so much jewelry that it would take so long to go through every single piece that, you know, then I don't know, it would just get boring. A lot of my jewelry is also vintage, so it comes from, you know, little shops when we travel, especially little jewelry stores from Italy or from like little markets. I always, every time we travel, like the shops that I'm always attracted to is like jewelry, and I do buy like little pieces, and of course I can't really recommend you where to buy those because they're like from, you know, a little store that I don't even remember how is it called. Eventually, of course, we can always like do an updated video because there's always gonna be new jewelry in my collection because I love it so much. So what I'll do, I'll try to link in the description box below as many pieces as possible, especially the ones that are still in stock. I'm gonna start from earrings for no reason, just I feel like let's go this way. First of all, I do have my ear pierced. I have two at the moment because the third one I did it a few months ago and then it got infected, and then I was like, you know, try to do it again, and then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let it heal and buy, and so I don't have the third one anymore. So I have two, and in the second one I always have like really small gold earrings, like gold plated, and some of my favorites are these. Now I don't know if you can focus. It's little Uggies, and these are from Astrid and Miyu. They have like a very big selection, and so if you look for Uggies, I think Astrid and Miyu is a very good brand to look at. I show you again, and there is like little crystals at the front. So my favorites for like second pierce, like small earrings, is either Astrid and Miyu or Another Stories as well. So I very often wear these, and they are from Another Stories, and they're like quite affordable and they don't fade. I think first tip to buy jewelry on the high street. I've tried all the high street brands for jewelry, and the ones that are my favorite at the moment is Another Stories because they don't fade. Of course you have to be careful, like don't go swimming or shower with high street jewelry especially, but they don't, if you take care of them and you don't let them touch water, they last quite long. So these are the one. And again, in case it didn't focus before, these are the little Uggies. I also do wear ear cuffs, so, and again these are also from Astrid and Miyu. I see more and more brands starting to do ear cuffs, and I think it's a very good option, especially for people that don't have the ear pierce, that they need clip-ons, and then they can also add this. So this is, I've got two, so this is one, it's like a wishbone with black little crystals, and then this one is plain gold. As a main earring, let's say, I like a style that is quite basic, gold, but quite basic, well, gold plated, but chunky, if it makes sense. So the ones that I'm wearing the most is these big hoops, like thick hoops from Astrid and Miyu. So they look like this. And then these are from a brand called Bialona. Is also a brand that is a very good quality and I wear really often. So this is like one of my daily options. And then these are like kind of, I call them like square hoops, if it makes sense, but it's probably have like a different name. And these three are the ones that I'm wearing the most on a daily basis. So this is the Misoma hoops. So yeah, it's these ones, these, and the Bialona one. And then, oh, and these as well are from Another Stories. I really do love pearls as well at the moment, mixed with gold. I think pearls is the next big trend coming within jewelry, so watch it, but I'm pretty sure about that. So if you do like pearls, start, and if you do like to be on top of trends, just start collecting them. I also do like big chunky statement earrings, but I don't wear those on a daily basis because of course I do like to layer a lot of necklaces and rings, and then but when I wear a big statement earring, then I keep the rest of the jewelry like quite simple, like the rest of the layering. And the ones that I'm liking the most at the moment are these, super affordable, from ASOS. These ones are my favorite now. These. And then I have these ones from Another Stories. Again, very statement. And again, when I wear these, I wear almost nothing else. Sometimes with these I only wear one because they're like really big. This. And then I also got these from Another Stories. That was my most current earring collection, like the ones that I'm wearing the most at the moment. So I would say that this in general, if you want to invest in some very good quality jewelry, the brands that I can recommend at the moment are Bialoma, Misoma, and Astrid and Miyu, and Another Stories for High Street. These are the ones that I'm the most happy with and that I'm wearing, you know, very often, and I see that the quality is really there. So that's what I like. I have a new watch just arrived this week and I really like it. It's a new brand and I really like to support new brands. The brand is called Kiomo watches, and this is the design. I really like it and it's really like vintage inspired, and this is what I really loved about the brand. I do in my collection actually own quite, you know, expensive watches. I have one Omega gold with diamonds, and that was a gift from my parents for my graduation. And then I have an Ebel as well, gold with diamonds. But, you know, on a daily basis, I really like to wear, you know, something easier, not that expensive. This is inspired by, like, old timepieces from, like, Japan, and is like a unisex watch. And I really like, my other ones, like, are really, like, small, and I really like a big, chunky watch that is, especially, like, unisex. I really love men watches. This is now my everyday watch. I just feel like it's easy to wear. I love the vintage design of it, and it really matches with all my gold earrings and necklaces and rings, and accessories in general, and it really fits my style, and I love when I find something that like I truly love like this. So this was a very good find. On my wrist, the ones that I wear the most, like basically every day, is my Dior bracelets. They come, I do have a video with the unboxing of these. Anyways, they're very overpriced. They come in a couple like this, so I wasn't a big fan of this one. This was my favorite. Still do like to wear them together. And then I like to mix these with a little bit of gold. So this is a bangle that it was actually a gift from my grandparents. It's solid gold and I wear it all the time. And I do really like this bracelet. It reminds me a bit of a, you know, Chanel coin vintage bracelet, which is not Chanel. It's from a brand called Wanderlust & Co. And it is a little bit fading, to be fair, but also to be fair, I wear it almost every day, so I do wear it a lot. So this is my current wrist daily situation. And yeah. Necklaces, I have so many. It was even really hard to make a selection to show you in this video, guys. So I'm gonna try and start now. And I'm gonna try to keep it like really short and effective. I don't want to bore anyone. The ones that I'm wearing at the moment, these are like Chanel. They are vintage and they are from a store in Amsterdam called Etoile Luxury Vintage. You can take a look. They have an Instagram account and they sell online as well. And then of course they are expensive because they are real Chanel, but to be fair, that store has quite good prices comparing to other vintage stores. So if you're looking for something like this, it's worth taking a look. And also because, you know, these vintage stores, they have like a kind of, they change the stock quite often. So I think it's worth taking a look quite often if you're looking for something like this. And then I got a lot of questions on my Instagram about my shell necklaces. Now, I have this one. This is from Storets. I do wear a lot of clothes from Storets, but they also do jewelry. And when I saw this necklace, I really liked it, like in the summer. And it's been like holding up quite well. So you see, it's still in quite a good condition. And for the price, I think this is a very good buy. For the rest, my other poker shell necklaces that of course are very popular at the moment, but I'm not really impressed with the quality, so I don't feel like suggesting it to you guys. I have this one, like the gold one, and I've worn it like already after a few times I wore it, the gold is already fading away. So it's from a little shop in Amsterdam, and yeah, I found there's a brand that sells on Farfetch and is much more expensive, but it's a much better quality. So I'm gonna rather link that for you below if you're looking for something like this, because this one is not worth buying it, to be honest. Sorry. Yeah, I really want to be honest with you guys. Like, I wouldn't recommend you to buy something that it fades after 3 times you wear it, you know, no matter how much you paid for it. I think it was like 30 euros, but still, why? As I mentioned before, one of my very favorite jewelry brands is called by Alona, and I've been wearing her jewelry, I believe now for, it's like 2 years almost, 1.5 years, 2 years, and the jewelry, I wear it a lot and the jewelry is still in a very good condition. So I'm gonna show you some of my favorite from her. I have more actually, but these are the ones that I'm wearing the most. So this was actually my very first coin necklace when the trend came out, and is on a very long chain, and I do wear it like very long, or sometimes like I double the chain around my neck. So this is how it looks like. It's not super expensive, it's not like Dior or Chanel prices, but at the same time it's not high street price either. But I think it's very worth the money because I really love her design, and I also think it's a very good quality. I also have, with this basically same coin but smaller, this choker. I know this is probably not everyone's taste because it's very, very thick, but I do like it a lot sometimes, with some, depends what I'm wearing, of course. It's not a choker that I wear every day, but I really like it. I think I didn't wear it for like 3-4 months, and then I started to wear it again. And then from her, from Bayalona, she came out with a new collection recently that was sold out and now is restocked again, which I really recommend. And I have 2 necklaces from the new collection. They're very vintage inspired. So this is one. And it's called in Italian L'amore vince sempre. Of course, I love that it's in Italian. And then I pair it with this one that says Solo tua. So yeah, these are my 2 very favorites from her. So these are the 2 necklaces. I hope you can see them. And then normally I do wear a choker as well. Not the one, like, let's say I do quite like the chokers from Astrid and Miyu because they like double, so they're like on a double chain, but it's actually only one. So, and I like the fact that it's adjustable. So sometimes you buy, especially of course from high street, these chokers, and they like, sometimes they're like so tight that you're like, ugh! So I do like an adjustable choker, and I think it looks really bad when it's really tight on your neck. So this is the style I would wear, and sometimes I do wear 2 chokers as well. I show you also a bit like how I do style my jewelry. When it comes to jewelry, I think the more the better. Like, I'm not going easy with the layering. I really like to layer a lot of them together. So, like now. So this is a type of layer that I really like, and both these chokers are from Astrid and Miyu. And then again from Astrid and Miyu, like, I have a lot of their jewelry, but another choker that I wear quite often is this one, again double. So I quite like the little star. The necklaces from Astrid and Miyu are like, again, really good quality. I wore them a lot in summer, so of course, especially when I was in Italy, you do sweat a little. It's not nice to say, but it's true. Like, your skin is like a bit sweaty sometimes, and they didn't fade. They stay really well. They say that you can also like go into the sea with them and shower. I didn't, it's just because I'm too afraid that they would fade and damage, but apparently you can. If you are looking for a brand of necklaces that it holds up and it doesn't fade, and you want to keep them on also when you shower, because maybe I believe there is some people that they can't be bothered to like just put it on and off all the time, so it's just easier. So these are all from Astrid and Miyu, and now they came out with a new collection as well. It's called the Basic Collection, and they were so nice to send me a little selection. And what I really like about them is that all the necklaces, like as I showed you before in the chokers, they like all adjustable. So if you want to do a really nice layering, you can play around with them. So this one, for example, is like on the longest hole. So, and it does come quite long, but also I have shorter ones. And what I really like about them is that you can also only use the chain. So, because sometimes when you buy a necklace with a pendant, you cannot remove the pendant, but with Astrid and Miyu you can, and you can also, like, you know, use just the chain and use a different pendant. And so this is a whole layering that I wear often from Astrid and Miyu, and this is how it looks like. Oh, I also have this that I forgot to show you from Astrid and Miyu, and well, I'll show you on. This is how it looks like. Love it. I wish that this one was a little bit longer, but I still really like it. And then, you know, the necklace that I received the more requests on my DM on Instagram is my Celine necklace, which is this one. Letter necklace from Celine. Now, this one, I got it in Selfridges in London the last February when it was not so popular on Instagram. Now it's becoming a bit of the new Gucci belt, like, you know, everyone is buying it. When I got it, I think just a few people had it, and it wasn't so popular. It's very expensive. I believe it's about 350, 400 euros. So this is the price. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's about that price, 300, 350. So I only bought the pendant, the letter pendant, and I didn't buy the chain simply because I wanted to play around with it. So for example, this one is an Astrid and Miyu chain, and I put the letter on top of it. But because, you know, this one is like quite a long chain, but I also like to wear the shorter chains. I had so many chains, so I thought like, yeah, I don't need another one. I can just play with the ones that I've got. So I'll show you, and this is the one. So this is a type of layering that I would normally wear. I know it's a lot, but it's really part of my personal style. I really love layering jewelry, especially when it's like dainty jewelry like this one. The more the best, you know. It's like, I really love it. One more thing about this, I get so many requests on where to buy it. You can't buy Celine online, just sunglasses on like some luxury retailers, but so this one you have to go to a Celine store and buy it physically there. But I found the other day a brand that does very similar ones, and they stock on Liberties. I'm gonna leave you the link below, and they are like 1/3 of the price of this one, or at least half of price of this one. So I think it's a very nice one, and it's a very good buy. So I'm gonna leave you the link in the description box below. Another little is in between of a choker and a necklace, because, you know, like, it's not really, I don't know, I call it a choker, but it's not really a choker, it's a bit longer. It's from a brand called HJ Design. I'm so bad with names. It sells on Etsy, and she has a super cute jewelry selection, and they're quite affordable. All the pieces, they are between, I would say, 20 and 40 euros. I would suggest you take a look, because she has really nice pieces. There is two more brands that I really wear often and I really like, and is Cinco and Misoma. From Misoma, I've got two necklaces. It's like, again, quite vintage inspired and coin necklaces. So these and this one as well. Really good quality. I really like this type of chain, and I really like the fact they are adjustable, and I tend to wear these two together. So this with this one as well. So this is another layer that I really like. It's a bit on the pricey side, Misoma, but so far I've been really happy with their pieces. They're not fading. It's like very good quality, and I think it is worth the money. Last but not least, within the necklaces brand that I'm wearing the most at the moment is Cinco. They do really cool necklaces, and the pieces that I've got from them, they're like quite different from all my other ones. So I've got this heart. It says yes, maybe, or not you. What is it? I do like a heart. And then I've got this that I'm not sure of what it is exactly, but I like it. And I've got a big chunky chain. They'd be like, maybe like they're like less dainty but than my other jewelry, and they're like more like gold yellow color, so they're a bit different. This is the 3 necklaces I have from Signet. I'm not sure this one you can adjust it. I'm gonna double check. No, you can't. So this is like, this one has to stay the same length that it comes in. So if you want to buy these on the website, be careful and check the length, because you cannot adjust them. Yeah, same as this, none of them. Or at least none of them of the ones I personally own. Now, last but not least, my rings. Rings are quite a personal statement for me, like part of my personal style. I do really like to layer and stack a lot of rings together. I also sometimes mix some silver with gold. It's mainly gold, but I do put now and then there like 1 or 2 silvers, and I don't mind to mix them up. When it comes to rings, and especially on how I wear them, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is the way I wear them. I hope it focuses. And I don't really have a criteria. It's more that I open my rings drawer and I just put them on. So they kind of look every day different. But and I have so many. My Signet rings, that I have them for like quite long now, are from a Dutch brand. It's called Wild Things, and they're like Bali inspired jewelry, quite good quality. And this is from them, this big one, and this as well. And then Astrid and Miyu do rings as well, and I have this one. I've got 2 more very, very cute. They're like same design but with letters. So I've got a little E for Emma and a little N for Nikki, my name. And then, of course, well, this is my engagement ring, so it's always there, and I like to stack all small rings together there. You can find them in like multi-packs from high street brands as well. I believe Topshop and other stores, and I leave you links below where you can get them if you want to recreate this style. And that's it really with rings. Like, to be honest, for me, more is more when it comes to rings especially, but jewelry in general is really part of my personal style. So like, I really don't leave the house without wearing my jewelry. And I also really like to just wear good pair of jeans, a white t-shirt and a lot of gold layers. This is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was not too long, and I hope I answered most of your questions that you normally ask me on Instagram. If not, if there's some specific piece that you've seen on my Instagram or my blog or here on YouTube and didn't cover for some reason, just, you know, leave me a comment and ask me any question and I'll get back to you. I try to link as many pieces as possible. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a thumb up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!